Hey peeps, we are back. We are talking the Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 7, Episode 6. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. So this episode picks up right where we left off. Candace and Ashley are still going at it regarding Michael and Chris, and I still believe that Ashley is absolutely enjoying every second of this. She thinks that this is her way of getting some sort of revenge on Candace for all the times Candace has brought her information regarding Michael, or for all the times Candace and the rest of the girls have brought it to her attention how nasty Michael Darby really is.
Your husband likes to leave you.
Do you wanna
and go to a man named house and suck his dick?
Oh. I'm not joking.
It's not.
Is this deflection?
Because Chris ain't sucking no dick.
Are you deflecting?
That's what your ass get, because I was holding on to that.
The pendulum
Where
always
you
swings
are?
the other way.
Oh,
okay?
no, honey.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
know the Lord.
Yeah.
So over here, we don't do that.
And so I asked him to go outside, and he immediately did.
So you're saying that he suggested that you all go talk in your room?
Yes.
He said, should we leave the door open?
I don't recall him saying.
Do you believe that he had malintent?
I don't know, Candace. It is as simple as, I do not want to be in a room with a married man.
You could have called me, and you didn't because you
No.
wanted to wait for an
No.
opportunity to do it on a platform
That's not
that would
true.
cause the most hurt to someone who has never
That's
been
not true.
anything but kind to you.
He is an evil, and I refuse to have my intelligence tap danced on.
Her girlfriend said that Chris propositioned her at the bar, was feeling her butt. Yes, at the spring fling.
I love that her eyelashes are sliding on her face half the time. And she don't care.
Like, is the LLC made yet? He's like, no, of course it's not made. I thought you were saying y'all
had one already.
Did you make it in the LLC with Michael?
I made it in the LLC.
I'll be honest, she told me about that years ago.
I mean, I don't care, and I don't believe it still, so.
Yeah. She's dramatizing everything to him.
He can come in here right now, and I'll be like, Chris, you.
Morning, Cherise. How are you, darling? I'm fantastic. Good to see you. You made it.
I'm 45. 5'9", baby. I love that. 5'9".
So it's a 10-room house, 9-room house?
Are we sharing rooms?
I need to add a young boy to the group.
Okay, to the group, okay.
Yeah.
How many in your group? You got a damn tribe?
No, just like 3-ish. Where's the beach? Do you want him to be on your plate? I'm joking.
No, ma'am. I'm celebrating my 10-year wedding anniversary.
So are any of us sharing the room?
The hustlers are.
What? Again?
I don't even have a bathroom. When I saw this beautiful home, I assumed I was gonna have a palatial room.
This was genius, Ashley.
Okay. Show wives.
What's that? Who's the show?
That's Wendy.
Oh, okay, good.
Somebody else should share a room. It should be Wendy because she's the meanest person here.
So who took Candace's card? Maybe Mia has it.
I don't mind staying in a hotel, because I need a bathroom.
Where did you put?
When is Karen going to share a room with someone? Because she's the oldest person, she always gets her own room. Like,
Yeah, tell Wendy I got beef with her when I see her.
Oh, look at the CEO.
Now listen, Candace says that she's had this information for a while and she didn't think that she was gonna, mention it. She was supposed to keep it a secret, but I don't blame her. I really don't. If you're gonna come for my husband, you best believe that I'm gonna come for you and your husband. You know the old saying, don't start none, won't be none. One thing I can say is this: Ashley loves to poke Candace, and then she gets all upset and all up in arms when Candace goes off on her. And that's the way the rest of the ladies respond as well. They love to poke the bear. And then when the bear turns around and bites them in the ass, then all of a sudden, oh my gosh, can you believe she behaves like this? Oh my goodness. It's always something. One thing I have noticed so far this season, the ladies are really doing the most when it comes to Wendy and Candace. And I think that Candace and Wendy have really been trying to be zen so far this season. And when they stop and decide to actually react on these women, I don't want to hear shit, because They keep on harassing them. Ashley can sit there at that table and pretend that she didn't hear what Candace said about Michael and this alleged prostitute that he likes to visit. But you know, Ashley knows her husband, and she knows that Michael Darby is always doing something. Now, when Candace goes and sits down with Giselle, I really thought that was a good idea. Candace is sitting down with her. She is asking her questions. She's being very clear about the questions that she's asking her. And Giselle is stumbling over her words. And her story has changed a lot too. When she first told this story, I can't remember if she was telling it to Robin or if she was telling the story to Karen, but she said, would you like to go back to my room? Because she allegedly thought that her glam squad was still in there. Then she also mentioned that they kept the door open. But later, when she's talking to Candace, she made it seem like Chris closed the door. Listen, no matter what, if the door was closed, the door was open, she invited him to her room, he invited himself to her room. The point is that she has said multiple times he didn't say anything disrespectful. He didn't try to touch her. And when she asked him to go out and see if they were ready for her, he did exactly that. Chris has not tried to approach Giselle in any kind of disrespectful way. Now, he went out on social media and said,
so we get to your room and there's no glam in there. There's nobody in there. You are an adult. And a very vocal one at that. You have no problem holding back how you feel. So when you open the door and there's nobody in there, and you know that you have this feeling, this thing that you don't like, why didn't you say in that very moment, the second you open the door, oh, there's nobody in here. Hey, you know what? There's nobody here. I don't really feel comfortable talking about this. Can we do this another time? I mean, you asked me to leave to go check and see if they were in. I left immediately then. So I don't know why. Why wouldn't you just say no right then? That's where I'm hung up on. Like, this is an issue that you have, a feeling that you have that I don't know about. Much like I have never told you I'm very uncomfortable with you talking about my penis every season. But you do it. But I've never said anything. So I can't be mad at it because I've never said anything. I'm not going to ask her for an apology. But I've never said anything. But again, if you really felt that way, like you said something to Robin that night, that's what you said. So why didn't you call Candace the next day, the next week, 2 weeks later, a month later? Why did you wait 5 months until there was a camera rolling to say that? Why? And I see a lot of, she needed a storyline. Yeah. If she did that for a storyline, that's really sad. And I feel sorry for her. Like, if that's the best you have to offer, maybe this isn't your platform. I don't know. Clearly, I thought I knew somebody that I was friendly with, that we were friends. But clearly what I thought was not Giselle made your penis a friend of. Jesus Christ.
Now listen, he made some really valid points. How many times have we heard her talk about this man's brown penis? She is always talking about his penis. She is always the first one to run up to him. She wants to give him a hug. You know, she was hugging him so much at the Spring Fling Celebration of Life taco party. You look ridiculous. This storyline makes no sense. You sat around and tried to come up with something, and this is what you came up with. This man is supposedly making you uncomfortable by doing absolutely nothing. All of that house, she was uncomfortable being in the room with Chris. You refused to hug Wendy at the Spring Fling Celebration of Life taco party, but had no problems opening your arms wide for Chris, the man who makes you uncomfortable by being in a room with the door closed. When you see them out shopping, what the hell is going on with Robin? Candace is taking this information back to Chris and making it dramatic. It was dramatic for her, and it's dramatic for him as well. You have these three grown ass women claiming that he's out here being a creeper. This could affect him in the real world. So it is dramatic. And what the hell is going on? 1 minute you were over here sitting down having a little lunch with Chris and Candace, talking about you don't understand what Giselle is doing and what Giselle is saying, but now you're contradicting yourself while you're sitting here in Giselle's face. Robin, you are doing too damn much, and I am really tired of you. And Giselle in this whole, I don't ever want to see Chris again. F Chris. No, F you, honey. F you. And did anybody notice that when they got in the van, Giselle all of a sudden says that Chris tried to grab Ashley's friend's butt? I don't remember any of that conversation. Was that cut out? I mean, these ladies are actually going to have to start bringing some receipts. If you are going to keep insisting that this man is out here doing something behind Candace's back, where's your proof? There was all sorts of proof when we were talking about Michael Darby. Where's the proof regarding Chris? And I agree with Candace when she makes that comment that she refuses to have her intelligence tap danced on. I 100% agree with her. Giselle was really trying to act as if she was a real true victim, and she expected Candace to chew this up and accept this. She's not going to accept the bullshit. Her husband never did anything wrong to you. You held on to this information for 5 months, and then you brought it up on screen. Candace was absolutely right, and Chris was absolutely right. You could have called her that same night. You could have texted her the next week. You could have called her 2 weeks from there. You could have done so many things, but you waited 5 entire months until filming started again to say you were uncomfortable. You know, Candace only goes off on you when you cross the line with her. Same for Wendy. Giselle and Robin seem to still be holding on to that tongue lashing they received from Wendy last season. Get over it. You guys came for her husband. You came for her new body. You came for her character. And she just had to let you know what it really was. Move on from it. Let it go. You know, Mia is sitting there holding a grudge against Wendy because Wendy told her off multiple times last season. But you have to sit back and think about it, Mia. You had it coming. How many times were you disrespectful to Wendy? And it's so crazy that Ashley tries to pretend like she doesn't believe any of these rumors about Michael. And it's stupid because she believes all the rumors about everybody else's husband. Oh my goodness, you believe the rumors about everybody else's husband, but you don't believe the rumors about Michael's nasty ass. Now, you know something else I noticed. Okay, so Giselle went after Karen and Ray's marriage. She went after Eddie and Wendy's marriage. She went after Michael and Ashley's marriage. And now she's going after Chris and Candace's marriage. Giselle, what the hell is going on? You know, and then somewhere in this episode, she makes this comment that she wants to add a young man to her roster. I said, girl, if you don't stop copying Erica Jane. Okay, she says that she's got sort of 3 guys that she's seeing right now. That's a damn lie. You have yet to have a man behind you at the reunion. Can you please ask one of these 3 dudes to show up for you at the reunion? Shut the hell up. There is no way that I believe that Giselle is out here dating 3 dudes. Can I also say that I was so excited to see Karen repping her age. She said she was turning 59 years old. When Ashley said 45, she said, oh no, 59. She was very proud of herself. And I did not appreciate Robin's nasty ass making that comment about why is it that Karen doesn't have to share a room? Is it because she's the oldest? It seems to me that every season at some point, Robin finds a way to bring up that Karen is older. I think it's disgusting that she does that. And I think one of the reasons that Robin and Giselle always have to share a room is because they're codependent. They don't seem to be able to separate and stand on their own damn feet. I thought that this season Robin was going to show that she can stand on her own, but it seems like she's reverting back. Karen went out on Twitter and she says, look here, you hard 40-ish person, and you know who you are. You should know by now that your age shaming and bullying tactics when applied to me, only serve to lift me higher. La Dames, rise and keep on winning. I'm here for that. Come on, Robin. Leave Karen the hell alone. Stop this every season. It just says a lot about you, girl. You know, at some point, Candace does call Giselle to see you next Tuesday. And I would just like to say, I really hate that. Real Housewife ladies, stop calling other women to see you next Tuesday. That's just disgusting. So then we see Ashley go see an attorney, and I just wanted to fast forward through that whole thing because the attorney told her everything that the rest of the ladies said, pretty much, and I'm paraphrasing. She said, don't be dumb. Okay, he's the breadwinner, and you're allowing him to plan out this divorce, which is giving him plenty of times to hide his assets. You are giving him full control, and this makes no sense. She also brings up that they've been married for 8 years and they have that prenup and it was like a 5-year deal. But remember when she was on Watch What Happens Live, she said that she was under the impression that because they had stayed married over 5 years, that she was no longer bound to the prenup. But that is not true. Michael had some special wording put into that prenup. So she is bound to this prenup. That's another reason that she should have seen an attorney. And then when she brings up to the attorney that they were buying a house together in an LLC, the attorney said, no, ma'am, that does not make sense. You do not purchase a house with this man when you are in the middle of going through a divorce, which everybody has already told her that. Then when she's in the store with Giselle and Robin, she says that she asked Michael if the LLC was set up. And the Bravo editors, shady as they are, we love you guys, they flash back to her talking about putting a bid on that house in the LLC. So Ashley is a bona fide liar, okay? I really don't think she was putting down any offers on any properties anywhere because her and Michael still live where they have been this whole time in her high-rise penthouse apartment. So then you see Mia hanging out with Charisse, and I would just like to say, bravo people, stop this shit. Nobody wants to see Charisse. You're not going to make this happen. The woman is not interesting. She's boring as hell and really dry. And I'm tired of the whole darling my ass. We don't want you on here. Now listen, Mia is extremely funny in her confessionals. But woman, you need to slow the hell down. They are going to eat you the hell up at the reunion. You are not that good with quick comebacks. You are not that good. You are not quick with it. And these women are going to literally eat you alive at this reunion. And also we saw those previews for next week. Now next week, if the rest of these people like the green-eyed bandits, if they are not hiring security and telling Bravo how they feel uncomfortable and unsafe being around Mia, and if they do not use the word aggressive, there will be a problem. Okay, because Wendy was aggressive. Monique was aggressive. Remember, oh, we don't want to film with her anymore. We're nervous. We're scared. I got to bring this bodyguard to the reunion and to the meetings. Remember that? Okay, I want that same energy for Mia trying to whack Wendy with her purse. Girl, you better pull it together. And then you made those comments talking about, if you don't have the money, just say it. Well, weren't you the one on the internet just a few weeks ago crying about not having money? How your brother-in-law shut you and Gordon all the way to hell down, seized all of your accounts, and y'all didn't have any money? Okay, leave Eddie and Wendy alone. Stop counting their money. I'm just saying. Then she books this house with 6 rooms and 9 women. Okay, this is ridiculous because you cannot tell me in the Miami down at the South Beach, which they wasn't even on the damn South Beach. They was somewhere else, and the shady Bravo editors let us know, not South Beach, okay? Anyway, you cannot tell me down on the South Beach that you could not find an Airbnb or any other rental property that had at least 7 or 8 rooms. Put a bunk bedroom in. I don't give a damn. I'm just saying. This was ridiculous. And then for you to try to give Candace and Wendy the smallest room in the house to share. And then you have somebody like Charisse, who nobody wants to be bothered with, who is a friend of, talking about she thought she was going to have palatial accommodations and she needs a bathroom. Girl, you are lucky that you are not sleeping outside by the damn pool. I'm just saying, I can't believe this woman had the nerve to act as if she was entitled. Yes, you were on the first season, and I think you were on the second season, and then you came from time to time. But no, ma'am, we don't want you. Please, Bravo people, replace her with Katie. We do see Wendy having a conversation with Eddie, and Eddie lets her know, listen, if you decide to do this business with Peter, taking that money out of their account was going to put them in a little bit of a financial strain, number one. And number two, the woman's hair is falling out. She is stressed. She's got this job as a correspondent. She's also a professor. She's a wife. She's a mother. She's got this candle business. She's got too much going on. Ma'am, sit the hell down. You can't do shit else. Okay? Now, the problem here is she didn't reach out to Peter. All she had to do was reach out to Peter and say, you know, we're not going to be able to do it right now. I appreciate all of your time, and I'm sorry if I've wasted your time, but we just can't do it. That's how professional people do it. Or shoot them an email, something. Now, Robin and Giselle having an attitude talking about they didn't appreciate Chris' post. You know, both of y'all shut the hell up, okay? You, Giselle, are trying to drag this man for filth. You and Ashley, talking about him in a very negative, nasty way that could cause all kinds of repercussions in his life. You could have the Me Too people crush right on his damn head. He could lose his job. You are messing around with this man's livelihood. So if he wants to go out on Twitter and send off a few tweets, let him do it. Now at the airport, Karen greeted Charisse nicely. She said hello. I said, Karen, you are petty as hell. Karen is petty as hell. And the way she looked Charisse up and down, it was as if she was saying peasant. You know, she is the official grand dame. Now, did anybody notice that Giselle was in Jacqueline's business again when they were in the car on their way to the house? She said, so you're going through a divorce. Jacqueline says, no, we never married. So it's just a separation. Didn't I tell Jacqueline a couple episodes ago? I said, Jacqueline, don't share your business with Giselle because Giselle will use this against you later. Don't open up your personal life to Giselle. Now, Jacqueline and Mia, they've been friends since they were 15, and Jacqueline's mom took Mia in as a foster daughter at one point. Now, they look real happy right now. We're best friends. We've known each other forever. And then later we find out that it is war, that Jacqueline is hanging out with Karen. And honey, listen, I can't wait to find out what the hell goes on to cause these two to split after all these years. Now, listen, while they're sitting there getting ready to get the nice food and everything, Jacqueline makes this comment, does Mia want the chef on her plate? And Mia looks for a second and then she says, oh no, I'm about to celebrate my 10th anniversary. I said, there is no way in hell. If there was no microphones and no cameras, I bet Mia would be all on that thing, riding that thing. I'm just saying, something is not right with Mia or Jacqueline. And you know I'm right. So the ladies get to the house. They were a bunch of ungrateful women, if you ask me. They were whining and complaining and celebrating the house at the same time. And I was thinking, how can you whine and complain and be happy at the same time? You know what I mean? There's not going to be 29 damn bathrooms in the house. Every last one of you are not going to get your own damn bathroom. How nasty and disgusted are you that you're not capable for a few days to share a bathroom with one or two other ladies? Grow all the way to fuck up. Clean up after yourself. I don't understand it. So Mia passes out the room assignments. She assigns all the rooms a name, and it's all names based on stripper movies or stripper TV programs. Honey, when Charisse got the P Valley room, I said, down in the valley where the girls get naked. Anyway, I love that show. Whatever. So again, she was just so disrespectful. And then she was saying that she was just going to go to a hotel because it's required that she have her own bathroom. And she didn't want to walk upstairs to go to the bathroom because she's not in college. I said, girl, can I get the door for your ass? Anyway, Ashley is doing everything she can to try to convince Charisse to stay, because if Charisse leaves, then Candace will have her own room. And she didn't want that to happen, right? So she's down there opening up the cards to find out where Candace is staying. It was real childish and immature, very petty. I just, you know what? I'm not here for Ashley's ass. I'm really not. And I don't understand why Mia is being so nice to Robin and Giselle. They literally bum rushed you and questioned your cancer situation. But your big issue is Wendy telling you to hell off last season. Mia trying to semi-attack Wendy in the next episode with the purse. My thing is this: if you're going to be on these housewife shows, you really should try to keep your hands to yourself. But if you can't keep your hands to yourself, I'm telling you right now, not everyone was raised the same. Not everyone has the same calm. Not everyone is always going to be collected. And I am one of those people. If Mia had tried to pop me with her purse after she had already threw a drink on me, I'm the type of housewife that I would absolutely turn this into some type of WWE event.
Let's get ready to rumble!
I am not the type that I could just sit back and be cool. Now, I'm hoping that Wendy is the type, because Wendy looks like she could whoop Mia's ass, and I'm just going to be honest. But Wendy has more to lose. She is a professional woman, and I'm hoping that she can continue to be Zen Win and not pop off and whoop Mia's ass the way I would. This whole situation with the girls coming after Chris, it really is like a redemption season for Candace. I'm really liking Candace this season, and everyone knows that normally I really just don't even mess with Candace. Now, Peter, Nene has already told you.
Here's what you need to do. You need to stay out of women's business. Peter need to stay out of women's business, honey. Turn into old chick, honey. Girl, bye. Are you Peter or are you Patricia? Because we need to figure this out.
Don't be a bitch. Stay out of women's business, okay? You did not have to tell Mia that whole situation regarding Wendy. You were at bar one. Wendy is at bar one. There's no reason that you couldn't have come over to the table, greeted all the ladies, and said, hey, Wendy, can we talk? And then pulled her to the side and had this conversation privately. When you and her talked about this restaurant, it was between you and her, not you, her, Mia, and Charisse. All of that was just too petty, too much like, I want my restaurant on the show and I want to be on the show. I'm assuming that Peter is getting some really good Bravo checks. Anyway, this episode with Peter really did make me miss Nene. We could have used Nene for this. Anyway, you guys, get down in the comments to let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.